Samantha! You can't do this to me.
You come in or not? It's your choice. In or out, my friend.
What if fate gave you one more chance to relive the worst day of your life? Would you fight to change everything or accept what's written in the stars? Today we're diving into a heartbreaking romantic story where love, time, and destiny collide in ways you'll never forget. Our movie begins in London, where we meet Ian Wyndham, a sharp, successful British businessman who seems to have it all. But behind the charm and wealth, Ian is distant, emotionally closed off, and blind to what truly matters. And soon, fate will test him in the cruelest way imaginable. On the outside, he has everything: wealth, charm, stability. But inside, he's distant, emotionally closed off, and always distracted by work. Beside him is Samantha Andrews, a gifted violinist who pours her soul into every note she plays. Sam is warm, passionate, and endlessly devoted to Ian. She loves him deeply, too deeply. Because while she gives him her whole heart, he takes her for granted. At first glance, their life together looks perfect. A beautiful flat in London, promising careers, evenings spent in each other's company. But beneath that polished surface, cracks are forming. And then, we follow one single day in their lives. The morning starts with Sam in the kitchen. As she prepares tea, the boiling kettle spits out a burst of steam, burning her hand. She hisses in pain, shakes it off, and forces a smile, pretending it's nothing.
Just practicing my speech. Oh!
Meanwhile, Ian notices something odd. His expensive wristwatch, a symbol of his success and control, suddenly stops ticking. It's a minor inconvenience, but it unsettles him more than he admits.
Really? Where was I?
Right next to her.
But the final straw comes when she barges into Ian's high-stakes business meeting. She's convinced he's forgotten an important presentation folder at home. Flustered and desperate to help, she bursts in, only to realize she's brought the wrong one. The room falls silent, Ian's colleagues staring. To Sam, it's a mistake. To Ian, it's humiliation. These small accidents might seem trivial, but they build an atmosphere of unease, like fate itself is whispering warnings in the background. Love movie recaps, subscribe, and never miss one. Ian spends a time with his friends, casually playing pool. His phone buzzes. Samantha is calling, but for reasons even he can't explain, he ignores the call and quietly leaves. Meanwhile, Samantha strolls through the city with her friend. By pure coincidence, she spots Ian entering a gloomy travel agency. Her heart skips a beat. She thinks maybe, just maybe, he's planning to join her on her upcoming trip to London.
Surprise.
Later that night, Ian hails a taxi, preparing to attend Samantha's long-awaited concert.
Clifton Hall, please.
The driver glances at him in the mirror and asks with a knowing smile, "A concert, right?"
That's right.
But the driver doesn't stop there. He teases gently. "Let me guess. Your lover is the musician? And you're having a bit of trouble with her, aren't you?" Ian, taken aback, admits softly, "Yes. But how did you know?" The driver chuckles. "When you've spent years behind the wheel, you become an expert in love troubles." Curious, he presses on. "So, what's the issue?" Ian sighs, his voice heavy with doubt. "I just don't know how to make her happy. She wants to travel for 2 weeks, and she wants me to come along. But I can't." The driver's tone suddenly turns serious. "And what if she goes and never comes back? What then?" Ian freezes, his heart tightening. I can't even imagine that. What should I do?"
Just love her.
Song tonight.
That evening, Sam performs at her concert, pouring her heart into the music. Ian, as always, sits detached, checking his phone, his mind elsewhere. Later, over dinner, Sam finally cracks. Her frustration boils over. With tears in her eyes, she tells Ian the truth. She just wants to be loved, not tolerated, not managed, loved the way she loves him. Ian tries to dismiss her words, but Sam has had enough. She storms out of the restaurant in anguish, leaving him scrambling after her, desperate to undo the damage. Sam hails a taxi and slips inside. Ian rushes to join her, only to freeze. Behind the wheel is a driver he recognizes, the same man he rode with earlier that day. The man who had given him cryptic advice. "Just love her." The driver gives Ian an unsettling smile. The clock on the street strikes 11 p.m. Before Ian can get in, the taxi pulls away. He chases it desperately, pounding the window at a red light. But the light turns green, and in the next moment, crash. A speeding car slams into the taxi. Time slows. Ian falls to his knees in shock as the wreckage crumples before his eyes. At the hospital, he runs through endless corridors until he finds her. Through the glass, he sees Sam on the operating table, her body broken. Their eyes meet one last time. And then, she's gone. Ian collapses inconsolable, clutching her notebook filled with unfinished lyrics and songs. That night, he falls asleep holding it close, shattered by grief. Next morning, Ian wakes with swollen eyes and a heavy heart. But then, he hears something, a familiar voice. "Don't read a word," Sam teases playfully. Ian spins around, and there she is. Alive, standing in their apartment, smiling as if nothing ever happened. At first, Ian thinks he's dreaming. He questions his sanity, but as the hours pass, his dread deepens. The kettle burns Sam again. The soda spills on her clothes again. The same little accidents, replayed like déjà vu.
What are you doing?
Let's try a new way.
Later, we find Ian checks his watch. And really it works well, but will it keep ticking? That's what we will know.
Everything we've discussed so far. Within that, I knew it! I knew he would be here!
Then, as if fate wanted to make things perfectly clear, Ian steps into a taxi. The driver, that same man, the same cryptic smile, the same haunting presence. Ian finally realizes the truth. Fate has given him one more chance. One more day with the woman he loves.
Man, you said that exact.
Just love her. Paid me yesterday. Better hurry up. You haven't got much time.
And this time, he won't waste it. Determined, Ian whisks Sam away from her routine. No work meetings, no distractions, just the two of them. He takes her to his childhood hometown, a place he hasn't visited in years. They wander through quiet streets sharing laughter. They talk about dreams, regrets, and memories. For the first time in their relationship, Ian listens. Truly listens.
You became the man I love.
When a storm breaks out, they run into an abandoned cottage for shelter. By candlelight, Ian finally opens up about his father, a man who once had a promising future, only to lose everything and spiral into alcoholism. Ian confesses his deepest regret, that he never helped his father more. Sam, with quiet strength, reminds him he was just a child, that his father would be proud of the man he's become. Back in London, Ian isn't done showing Sam how much she means to him. At her concert, he surprises her with a bouquet of flowers delivered to the stage, but he goes even further. Stepping out in front of the audience, microphone in hand, Ian calls Sam to his side. She's terrified, but he encourages her. Together, they perform her unfinished song, the one from her notebook. Sam's voice trembles at first, but as she sings, the audience falls silent, captivated. When she finishes, the crowd erupts in applause. For the first time, Sam feels seen, cherished, celebrated by the man she loves. After the concert,
Did look really cute, by the way.
Ian gives her a charm bracelet. Each charm holds meaning: a violin, a flower, a train, and even the Eiffel Tower, a place she's always dreamed of visiting. Sam's eyes fill with tears. She finally has proof that Ian loves her, but destiny is relentless. As they leave the restaurant in the pouring rain, Ian freezes. The street, the corner, the exact place where the accident happened. He knows what's about to unfold. He grabs Sam's hands, looking into her tear-filled eyes. He tells her everything. That she is his first and only true love. That without her, he would have never known what love even is. Sam cries, overwhelmed, not knowing how to respond. A taxi pulls up. Sam insists they get in. Ian hesitates, but finally slides in beside her. The clock ticks toward 11 p.m. The driver glances back with that same haunting smile. Headlights blaze from the side, and then it happens. The crash, the scream, the silence. But this time, it isn't Sam. It's Ian. 6 months later, Sam sits in their empty apartment, holding Ian's broken watch in her hands. The rooms are bare, their memories packed into boxes. She's moving on, but never forgetting. We see her singing in a small, intimate venue. Her music now carries both sorrow and strength. Finally, she climbs the mountain Ian once took her to, reaching the very peak he had always wanted to show her. Standing at the top, she gazes into the vast valley below. She doesn't know what the future holds, but she carries Ian's love with her. Always. It isn't just a love story. It's a reminder, a warning, a plea. We spend so much time rushing through life, ignoring the people who matter most. And sometimes, it takes tragedy to realize what we had all along. Love can't rewrite destiny, but it can change how we live the time we're given. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. This means a lot for the channel growth.